The Easterlin Paradox, a concept introduced in 1974 by Richard Easterlin, a professor of economics at the University of Pennsylvania, is a unique perspective in happiness economics. It proposes that, though there may be a direct correlation between levels of income and happiness at specific moments in time, long-term happiness does not appear to increase as wealth continues to amass. Essentially, although individuals with higher incomes may seem happier than those with lower incomes at a particular instance, additional income does not necessarily equate to augmented happiness in the long run. Easterlin's paradox stems from this discrepancy between momentary experiences and long-term trends. The contradictions between these two forms of evidence are at the heart of this paradox. Immediate correlations exist, but they can't be sustained over sequential periods. This paradox is a purely empirical generalization, which has spawned various theories attempting to illuminate its existence. However, its credibility is continually questioned and disputed by many researchers. Easterlin remains at the forefront of this debate, continually introducing new evidence and interpretations. His most recent contribution dates back to 2022, beginning with data from the United States and expanding to include findings from other developed nations and countries, transitioning from socialism to capitalism. Historical data spanning from 1946 to 2014 in the United States further supports the paradox, revealing flat or slightly declining trends in happiness over roughly 70 years, during which real incomes have more than tripled it. Another significant aspect of the Easterlin paradox revolves around its explanatory theories. It suggests that one's relative wealth compared to others, rather than absolute wealth, significantly influences happiness. This theory perceives happiness not merely as a product of individual wealth, but as a result of comparing one's wealth to others. Another theory argues that people have the tendency to adapt to their increased income and live standards, rendering the so-called improvements in happiness temporary. Critiques of the paradox often center on the time series generalization, stating that it mistakenly disconnects the relationship between income and happiness trends. Critics argue that Easterlin's failure to distinguish significant connections between average happiness levels and economic growth contribute to the paradox. They present evidence that features a significant positive correlation between income and happiness in their time series. Despite that paradox's standard claim, the critics continue to assert that this happiness paradox contradicts itself, especially when considering cross-section evidence for both individuals and nations.